What's missing from this living room? A toilet! A Nintendo DS. What is this, 2005? Hey guys, what is up? I am feeling another classic build coming on today. I'm doing these 1 hour challenges for quite a while now and it drives me absolutely insane. So I thought I'd just take a break from that this week. I streamed this earlier today and there is one thing I didn't show you. There is one little secret hidden in the description. I guess we'll just have to go and download it on the gallery and find out for yourselves. Bit of an emotional backstory with this one. I will try not to make it too depressing and too dark. Let's get into it. I was going for the most slap in the face with a British look because if you haven't noticed, I am British. My nan used to live in a farmhouse herself. This is just the absolute epitome of the house that she used to live in. It's not like a replica. I didn't like make my nan's house, but I did try and sort of capture the essence and the style of it. Starting at the front, got loads of plants. I wanted just absolute loads of plants just everywhere. I don't think I stuck to a budget with this one at all. How much was it in the end? 131,000 simoleons. I did make it as a fixer-upper. It's not that it is all overgrown and worn out. What I was going for with this house was like to make it really, really old-fashioned. We have a sign out front because at the end of the day, this is a farm. They do sell a lot of stuff, fruit and veg and eggs, so they would want to put a sign out front saying, come buy our produce. So this roofing took me so long. If you know me, you know I am so bad at roofing. A lot of people are going to look at this and go, what, it's just a normal average roof? Like, that would have taken me like 5 minutes. I know you're obviously a roof virtuoso, right? That took me so long to get right. It looks so pathetic that this took me so long, but I was so proud of it. I was so proud of it. Let's go inside now, guys. Check this out. Have you ever seen a more British farmhouse look in your life? It's so annoying that you can't build actually in the stairs because there's like all this wall space here. You could easily fit like just a little cupboard or something. So this is like the back room, which is like not the living room, not the kitchen. It's just a separate room. Nana was obviously very musical because she's got a piano here. She's got a little books there. My nan had like one of those old-fashioned stools where she just kept all her music and stuff in, and they were just full of like church hymns and stuff. And she's got little pencils there so she can write. They've also got a cabinet in here where they keep the good china that they get out for Christmas. That was probably a model ship that grandpa made before he passed, and she's kept it on display because she didn't have the heart to get rid of it. And here is probably her grandchildren, you know, the old cricket team. The decor, it took me a long while because I wanted it to look like the house had been lived in. I didn't want it to look tacky like it was falling apart, but I wanted it to look like it had been lived in, do you know what I mean, for a good amount of time. Everything looks very outdated. It just needs a good lick of paint. It just needs modernizing into modern day life. Time to go into the living room slash kitchen. Here we go. I think we'll have a look at the kitchen first. We turn left, you've got these wall separators. I wanted to put stuff around again like people have lived in it. She's got like all her herbs and spices. She probably makes some pies, gets her veg ready. You know, she's growing some herbs and fruit and veg in the back garden and she's getting them ready to sell. This is one thing I'd like to point out, the fact that there is the one chair and the one tiny little table because grandpa left us quite a while ago and it's just her now, so she's having to live a new life on her own because that's life. That's what you have to do as people, as humans. We all got to go through it. She's got the whole bookcase stuffed with cookery books and whatnot. She was mopping up the floor last time we saw her. I love this floor. It's absolutely fantastic. Got little cracks in it and you know, it definitely needs fixing. It definitely needs a little bit of modernizing. God, that cooking stove, it's so old. It's like Nana never got it updated. She's still got that old-fashioned extractor fan that is probably like the most newest thing she's got in the whole house. She probably had that installed in like 1993. The colours are all absolutely diabolical. Again, she probably had this all done in either the 50s or the 60s. We've got little bacon stuff in here. Mr. Pigman, she probably puts like time for tea and things like that on it. And then you've got the chicken with the eggs. I have seen so many of those in British houses, like old people style. She's got a milk jug there. My nan had those exact milk jugs in her farm. She's brought the milk in from the farm and getting it ready to be sterilized. Now we go to the right. What's missing from this living room? A toilet! What's Every week, mate, every week. You love your toilets. A Nintendo DS. What is this, 2005? Think of the furniture. Where does all the furniture point at? No TV. Top marks for you, mate. Gold star. Yes, you'll see there is no TV in here. I wanted to make this corner of the room sort of grandpa's little section. If you notice, all the colours match. We've got sort of leather going on here. We've got like brown desk, brown bookcase. Just like grandpa's little study area, you know. He would have like had all his books here that he'd read, maybe write in his journals and stuff, like have a drawer full of maps and things like that. I'm thinking this might be grandpa over here. This little corner, this was like a little shrine, I think, to grandpa. So that's like a mural of him like when he was probably a teenager. But it brings her comfort, you know. I think this is where she does like all her fruit preparing and stuff. And then over the mantelpiece here, I think that's called grandma's ashes. Yes, grandmother's urn. But for the purpose of this build, we are calling this grandpa's urn. And you've got lots of lovely birthday cards from all the family and her friends, you know, because it was probably her birthday recently. I don't know if this sofa's a bit too grand. I know it like completely clashes with everything else. I think Nana liked a little bit of pink and she loved her floral designs. Could it be any more Nan-like? You feel this house, mate. Thank you so much. Like, you get it. And I think it's time to go outside. Got a little side passage here going out into the garden from the kitchen. And this is where obviously they keep all their laundry stuff. She's got a washboard, man. She's got a freaking washboard. Oh my goodness. What century is this? You know, she's probably had that, obviously, since she was a little girl. And again, the tile here is just so fantastic. Into the garden now. Now, this garden took me a long, long while. Here she is using her washboard to clean her clothes outside in the garden. The little bits of stones on the floor. I think her grandson's come over to help her out, just sweeping up all the excess stones. Again, more flowers, just plenty of flowers. Garden hose there, you know, plenty of gardening to do. And there's the side passage, remember, from the front. So you go out here and you come in here. We go over to, whoops, the garden itself. Now, raking up the leaves. You got the excess leaves there. Again, this is stuff her grandson's come over to help her with because, you know, she's getting old now. She can't do it all herself. Look at this. See what I did here? Swings overgrown with grass because all her kids and her grandkids, they're all grown up now. They're all adults. Little bird bath there. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, more stones. Yeah, more stones. We go into the greenhouse. When Nana was younger, obviously, again, she was doing all her gardening, collecting her fruits and veg. She's gotten too old to do that now. She's gotten way too old. It's getting a little bit tough for her because of her arthritis has kicked in. You know, she's reached that age. So her greenhouse is all overgrown now. Notice how I didn't like make the whole garden overgrown. It is just the bits that matter. They've obviously cleared the lawn, the bits that they could. Her kids, you know, they don't know squat about gardening. They've got their own lives to live. Do you know what I mean? They've got their own lives. They've got their own kids and their own families. Because, you know, they're from Norfolk and she lives in like up near London or something. Back inside the house, it's time to go upstairs. This is where it gets really emotional, guys. We go into the bathroom. Again, very old fashioned. It would definitely be in need of modernising. Now you've got your chair and your cleaning stuff here. Inside the bath, you have a seat. She's getting older. She can't clean herself anymore, so her kids have to do it for her. I'm guessing it's more the nurses. I think they got the NHS nurses coming in and helping her. I mean, it's sad, but again, it's true. That's life. We all have to go through it. Now we go in here. This used to be one of the kids' rooms because now obviously they're probably in their 40s or 50s. Everything has been stripped off the walls. Everything has been packed into boxes. It is just junk in here. It's absolute junk. Old kids' toys, things like that. If you look at the wall, they're trying to decide what colour to paint it. I love these little boxes of junk and stuff. And the little paintbrush is so perfect with all the different colours on. A laundry basket with like old clothes in. I think Nana used to be a bit of an artist because you've got like, yeah, the paintings here. We go into the other spare room here. I think she only had one kid, but I think they had like the guest room. I didn't want to make it look very modern. I wanted to make it look like it was probably done like back in the 80s or the 90s. It's definitely in need of fixing. The curtains are just horrible brown. I don't think Nana had a lot of good colour sense, but bless her heart, you know, her heart was obviously in the right place. There's some pictures here that she never got round to hanging. She obviously bought for this room this old fashioned style duvet cover with this horrible throw over it. I do not get the point of these nasty throw things. They're not big enough to be a blanket or a rug or a duvet or anything. They're just there to be a nuisance. The saddest part of the story here, we go into Nana's bedroom. This was Nana's bedroom. I'm afraid to say, guys, Nana has passed on. It got very hard towards the end. Her kid probably sat there in her last few days while Nana was just lying there peacefully. So her kid got to be with her in her last few days and say goodbye properly. But what we don't want to do is bring this stream down too much. I know it's sad, but again, this is life, guys. This is what happens. Don't feel too down. Don't look on the bad times. You've got to look at the person's life as a whole and just remember the good times. You know what I mean? Nana loved her pink. It is just so typical Nan, isn't it? She's got a lovely picture there that she probably bought in Spain or Portugal when she was like in her 50s. She might have lived over there for a little bit. She found this street artist who was selling their paintings and she was like, oh, this is nice. I've got to have this in my bedroom at home. And yeah, letters and stuff on the tables that people have sent her that she probably didn't get to read. Oh, getting really sentimental with this. And there we go. So that's Nana's bedroom. Now I can explain what's going on here. So Nana has passed on. What's happened is the kid has come to stay. She's starting to pack away all of Nana's things. Let's go back into this room for a minute. So the stuff around the room is, again, stuff the kid is packing into boxes, getting the house ready to sell. So that's what's happening here. And that's why, again, if we go back in here, that's why they're trying to paint this room. Yeah, and they haven't decided what colour to paint it. So that's it. They are trying to get the house up and ready to put on the market. And this could be a really nice house for any modern farmer. It just needs a touch of modernising, quite a lot of modernising. It holds a lot of history, a lot of memories that will be cherished forever. And hopefully some new family can come along and make some new memories. So there we go, guys. There is Nana's English farmhouse. I've already put it on the gallery as Farmhouse Fixer Upper, but I'm also going to put it on the gallery as is at the moment. I wanted to save them both individually because I suppose the Fixer Upper is more aimed at people who really want to fix a house. Nana's English Farmhouse is more if you just want to look at the house, I guess. Kitty Plum 88 is my name on the gallery if you are interested in going to there and seeing what I built. I think we're going to have to call it a day there. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching today. If you like this content, please help support my channel, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that bell button as well so you can be notified every time I post a new video. If you want to come join my stream, I stream on Twitch every Friday 1 PM. Take care, have a good rest of the week. Bye.